It's your buddy, Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Welcome back to another episode of Midday Monologue Monday. I'm here to talk to you about two games, my friends. Two games. Neither of which I have played or own. No. Have no fear, my friends. I am not here to destroy a game or to build one up that I have no experience with. Partly I come here to ask you what your thoughts are on one or both of these games. And if you're lucky enough to have both of these games, I want to know your thought on my ultimate idea. Right? It brings me here talking to all of you and starting this dialogue. Photosynthesis and shadows in the forest. Now, individually, I've heard great things about both of these games. And there's a little bit of a similarity. They are, let's say, floral-based. And they also have a similarity because of differences. A yin-yang thing, actually, is, I guess, what I mean. Photosynthesis is a game of growth. In this game, you are planting trees. You are growing a forest. You're a section of the forest. You're trees of the forest. Seeds to small yearlings to full-size trees. And the game utilizes a sun system of moving the sun piece around the map to show where the light is going. And players are going to use trees of different height to block the light from other players, which is ultimately going to grow your part of the forest larger than the other players, and that's how you're going to win the game. Shadows in the Forest is a one versus all game, where one player is sort of this lantern bearer. The game is actually played in the dark, by the way. And this game component, although small, is an actual working lantern. So it's a 3D board effect, much like photosynthesis is as you grow the trees up. In this, it uses the light from the lantern to create shadows. The other players are playing these characters called shadowlings, and they're trying to use the trees to hide in the shadows cast by the lantern. The lantern bearer has to find them. Okay, in a nutshell, basically, that's what I understand of both those games. Now, they've gotten great write-ups. Reviewers I know have talked very highly of them. Both of them are of interest to me, and I'd like to get them on the shelf, but they're not my highest priority at the moment. But I had a thought. It occurred to me last night. What if you have both these games, you can metagame them? Well, metagame them in the sense that you can link them together in a sense. Okay. So what I was thinking is that you would play photosynthesis first. The winner of that game then gets, well, he or she either becomes or at least gets first refusal to be the lantern bearer in the shadows of the forest. Oh, and if they don't want to be lantern bearer, then it's their choice of which of the players is. And then, in a sense, you're linking the two games together. In a sense, in a way. There becomes this flow and reason from one game going into the other. And I kind of think that sounds really interesting. And now I know for a fact that when I get around to getting those games into the collection, onto the shelves, that after we learn how to play each of those games, I think that's what we might do. Have you ever stitched together, have you ever Frankensteined games together? Which ones worked that you did? Actually, it might even be funny to hear which ones didn't work. Actually, that would be a lot funnier. But which ones worked? Because now this is an idea I'm thinking about growing into ways to connect certain game days together. Have you ever done anything like that? Do you think it might sound interesting? Well, I mean, I'm going to do it anyway. You know that. They know that. You know that. But I still want to hear your thoughts on it. So that's a sort of metagaming, dawn to dusk kind of thing. Have you tried any other forms of metagaming? Frankensteining games together, let us know. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am out of here.